Back so soon. Hi, welcome back to Polymer Clay channel. So this is a bonus video, and yes, I only uploaded yesterday. So the reason why I've done a bonus video is because A, my planner skills are absolutely rubbish, and I wanted to get this out before the video that went live yesterday. However, today is Day of the Dead, so it kind of suits because I was going to get it out beforehand, but I thought, well, I'm going to get it out on the day. Why not? So today I'm going to show you how to make a sugar skull. So here we go.
These are the colors that come. Let you know what you have
Thanks for watching the tutorial. So, what did you think of that? I liked making it, however, it looked really plain for a really long time. So I had to kind of work out this structure. Now, as you would have seen, I used the sort of like a cartoon picture that I've downloaded from the internet, and then kind of just traced it out. Now this is the kind of thing that I do quite often. It makes it so much easier. You get the proportions right, you get the things in the right place. It kind of works for me. However, if you would have noticed, there was some proportional differences when I went back to do the teeth and things like that. Oh, honestly, the teeth, I wasn't a fan. I did a much better job of the teeth on my last sugar skull a few years ago, and this one was not fun, I have to admit. But the rest of it turned out okay. So without further ado, I'm going to show you what it looks like now. So here we go. Now, what I always do is a nice close-up, so I'm going to go right to the top, so you can get a good look at all the flowers and how they look. A little bit further down, detailing there. And then of course the flowery eyes, look at them, they look really cool. And then onto the nose, let me just see if I can get this in vision, you know what I mean, get this in kind of focus. There you go. And then all the way down to the bottom there, teeth that I don't like whatsoever, but hey ho, here we go. And yeah, so all the way down there until some more flowers. Now what I've learnt doing sugar skulls, you pick sort of 3 or 4 colours. By doing that, you kind of have a palette to work with. So it makes it a little bit easier. You don't just throw every single colour on that you think of, because it can look a bit weird if you try and do that. Now the picture I was following for the actual outline and things like that was different to the one I used for the actual colouring. Now the one I was following was kind of blue and it looked really nice, but I wasn't brave enough. I thought, no, I've had this white skull for long enough, and to be honest with you, I was kind of done with looking at it. So yeah, when I finally decided to do all the decorations, I kind of did it all in one go, because I wanted to literally chuck lots of colour, glitter, mica, everything that I could find, and I did just that. So with the flowers, I normally make them like my bear ears. You kind of like roll them into a shape and then fold them over. I didn't want to do it this time. I wanted to do something completely different, so I just rolled flat balls. Well, they were balls and then I made them flat, and then I put some lines in them just like I have done here, and it works. It just looks cool, and it makes them a bit more simpler. So if you're not a fan of doing too much and you want to just make things nice and simple, really creative, but nice and easy, that is the way you do it. Now I followed the same way all the way through, so flowers are exactly the same all the way across. The flowers in the eyes are also exactly the same. So here's a close-up. Again, the flowers are literally just balls, and then just coloured with some little lines in them. Now what I did for the eyes that was slightly different is I put them so that I did the black and then I put the balls on the outside, but I lifted them up a little bit so that the black parts kind of sunk in a little bit. So you can see they don't stick out too much. And I kind of like that. I like that look. And it also meant that the flowers kind of aren't flat either. They're not sort of flat to the background of the eye sockets, and I kind of like that. I thought it was really cool. Right, so let's talk about this nose. The nose is quite deep. It does, yeah, there's not a lot in here, and that was quite deep for a while, and I did it on purpose because I wanted to cover it in glitter, and that's exactly what I have done. So inside it's got a lot of glitter, and I absolutely love that, as you well know. The tricky part on the outside here was grabbing those individual tiny pieces of glitter and then putting them on the outside. A little bit tricky, but so worth it. Look at that for the actual outside. What a cool effect. Catches the light. Now this is kind of holographic glitter, so it works really well if you want to put a little bit on or a lot on. I got it from a cheap makeup store, wasn't particularly expensive, maybe £1.50, something like that, and it just works so cool. So don't rule out anything from a makeup store in terms of glitter, eyeshadow, anything like that. Things like this are cheaper than mica powder and they work just as effective. So let's move on to some more flowers here. Then I did some sort of swirly decorations. There's always a curly swirly somewhere in my designs. And then all the way along here as well. And then, yeah, the teeth. I'll show you close up with the teeth. Like I said, I'm not a fan. They were originally white. They should have stayed white, to be honest, but for some reason white for me just doesn't, I can't get the detail. It goes all mushy and I can't get a nice sharp line, and I think this was soft clay, so yeah, it's not great for like precision work. So anyway, I used this colour. It's from Sculpting brand, I think, and well, there it is. That's just what I did, and that's what happened. So yeah, and you'll notice here also I put one tiny piece of glitter there. It's a gold tooth, you never know. Could it be a gem? You could put a little gem there as well if you fancied. And I just thought that was quite a nice touch. Again, like the nose, it catches the light, and I absolutely love that. So let's move all the way around here. So let me come out the shot so you can see it better. So yeah, more glitter there, and then some more glitter on the side here, and at the top, and all the way round, just to give that edging a really, really good look. So I enjoyed this so much. I wanted to give it as much detail as possible on this one. Some of them I've made that are bigger. I had to reduce this because, as I said before, I'm making smaller things at the moment. The gigantic things will come back eventually, but I'm going to need wall space and things like that to put things on, and I don't quite know where they're going just yet. So what I tend to do is design what I make for the room that I'm in, and yeah, so it gives a nice cool background. At some point I will be making, you can't see my finger, but I will be making a lock part of that key. I have delayed it, but yeah, I know I made that a long time ago now, but I really want to make something to go with that. But again, I think that will come with a future kind of place that I'll end up in. But yeah, so one more all the way round. Oh, I didn't mention this part here. So these are quite easy to do, just little curly bits, long sort of log, and then just cut them and then pop them all on. But it's really important to do the edging once you've done it, otherwise it looks a bit weird. It's a bit like putting eyeliner on without mascara. I don't know, it just didn't work. So yeah, the edging was really important on that part there. And yeah, so when you do these, just make sure you cover them in glitter and mica powder, because then all of a sudden it comes to life. And that is a bit backwards considering this is a Day of the Dead sugar skull. But anyway, thanks for watching. This is how you create a sugar skull with polymer clay. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. You cannot see properly. So without further ado, I'll show you what it looks like now. If I can grab hold of it, scratch my nose as always, because it would cook. Is it possible that I did all that without any bloopers? Impossible. Absolutely impossible. However, if you note there, I might make a flamingo. I was thinking about making a flamingo. It's a bit weird. I haven't forgotten all the things that I had from my little shopping spree. So they're all on there on my shelf, and maybe I did forget about them. But yeah, they are going to be featuring soon. I'm going to be making something. I'll probably start with a toadstool, the wooden thing. Yeah, I like that. It's over there. I'm going to start with that because it's going to be easy. It's not, you know, you've got the whole thing ready. So yeah, I might start with that. But let me know in the comments what you thought of this. As always, thank you for my subscribers and my watchers. You are a top-notch audience. Thank you so much. And I don't know where 39 of you came from, but all of a sudden I'm at not at 1,000. I'm at 3,039 subscribers. Thank you so much. You're a bunch of gems.